Okay, so breaking news happens on the podcast. Sausage gets made. Josina gets. You even said, and in fact, Nada, make sure you leave in the part where Joe says that's the Texans because that's the Texans again.
Go ahead. It's okay. That's all right. Go ahead.
The Texans fired David Culley. Josina would have found out on the podcast. Sausage made, etc. But you can listen to the timestamp on the podcast and figure it out. Are you surprised that they fired David Culley? Given 1 year, he never really had a chance there.
No, well, look, they have, first of all, high admiration, appreciation, for David Culley. I wouldn't be surprised if they offered him a position still within the organization to stay. That's how much they like. And he's just really a good person. I can't say sit here and say I've watched a whole bunch of Texans games to really know, about how the games have unfolded. But based on the fact that I said on the CBS HQ an hour ago, that I still kept not hearing a definitive yes. And that even last week, someone told me that it was 80-20 against, which I didn't say on the air because I try not to put those things out there when it comes to people's jobs. As much as I don't get pressed when people ask me, what do you know? But I basically could see it coming. And then I also thought that his fate rested on how much the options through back channels that they were hearing, could potentially be a replacement.
Notably, Brian Flores, who was fired from Miami, and maybe he's not the answer. Maybe it's Josh McDaniels who's ready to leave. Whatever it is, you think there might be some Patriots connections.
Absolutely. There's 100% that there have been, dalliances in trying to figure out the Josh McDaniels situation. That is true. Obviously, Brian Flores, as you mentioned, some of the other coaches that are out there, whether Josh or Flores is happening or not. And obviously, I haven't been able to get to my phone, but I was just looking at the names that people that I thought would consider taking the job based on who's out there. Byron Leftwich, Mike McDaniel from the 49ers, Kellen Moore, Vance Joseph. Of some of the names that are out there as far as the Houston opening.
Sure. And with the Texans, a lot will hinge on what their plans are for Deshaun Watson. Flores was a guy that Watson really was willing to waive his no trade clause to go to Miami. So will they try and bring Deshaun back? Davis Mills looked very good. A lot to figure out with the Texans. But those are some of the names to keep an eye out for. All right, Josina, we're gonna bounce out of here quickly because I have to do an emergency podcast on David Culley. You're gonna have to jump on HQ about David Culley.
Yes.
And there's a constant flow of information happening in the NFL. Always a wonderful time of the year. Joe, great to talk to you. Talk to you next week.
Thank you, Will. I appreciate you.